For Mother's Day, I gave my mother-in-law I'm giving my mother-in-law, I promised my mother-in-law a couple of table runners. And this is one of them. And sitting here ironing all of these bazillions of little tiny pieces, I was thinking about a question somebody fresh learning how to quilt, asked about pressing. And I learned how to sewing clothing, and it was just really I was strongly impressed with the need of pressing every single seam. And in quilting, it just is doubly so. The last thing you want when you're quilting is to have little tucks in the top because you didn't iron the seams out correctly. And once you sew it in and once you quilt it, you can't get those out. So it's really, really important. I do it two ways. I do press the seam the way it's supposed to go. Now in clothing, you open up the seams and you sew them open, press them open. But in quilting, press it just one way, and then I go on the other side and kind of tug a little bit and press it out. I don't want to stretch things, but I want to make sure that I don't have a fold. I want it pressed on both the top and the bottom. And it seems like kind of, I get up and I press and I sit down and I sew a little bit and then I get up and I press more. And so I can see where that seems like a little bit too much and maybe you should fudge here and there. Let me just tell you that every moment pressing saves 10 moments of frustration. It is just really what you need to do. And so get an iron there. Sometimes I even have my ironing pad with a little hand iron, and I can, for little things like this, and I can just press and press and press. The thing is, however it's easiest for you to do, whether it's an ironing pad sitting next to your sewing machine or whether it's an actual set-up ironing board that you have to come to, get up and get up and get up and come to, whatever the deal is, make sure you get your seams pressed, because if I'm going to give you one hint about your top coming out the way you want it to, this is it. Look at this, where if it had been folded up, it's not going to measure right, it's not going to look right, it's not going to quilt out right, it's not going to anything right. Make sure you get things pressed.